haul away, me Rosie, away, haul away.
Goodbye to old Newlyn. Let the shades of your smugglers, your pirates, your wild sea rovers of bygone times walk the streets while they may. Goodbye to the courts and cottages, the linens and lofts, and all your romance and charm. You are condemned to be destroyed.
She's a grand boat and a fine choice for the trip, Cecil.
Yes she is.
I ain't so sure. Never before have I sailed with a maid in the crew. It ain't right and I don't like it.
She'll be alright. With they lucky charms aboard, we can't fail.
I beg your pardon, Joe?
The vial of water.
Oh, right, yes, and the red slipper. And whose idea was that, I wonder? Don't tell me you boys usually bring that kind of guff along with you.
Oh yeah, that's my acumen. Anything to stir the people.
Very clever.
It's a bit like you, really.
What's that?
A show. A gimmick.
Oi, less of that. You don't mean it.
In fact, you're right, James. I am here for show. People know me, and if it helps to get our story across and get those signatures on the petition, then we're a step closer.
The more attention's on us, the more voices backing us up, the bigger chance we have up there in Westminster.
We're all here for the same cause.
It's time for us Cornish boys
And girls.
to show them suits what we're made of. Bastards. They'll have to knock me down before they get to my house. You tell my Joan she keeps a slum and then count how many teeth you have left after her right hook.
Sorry, Phyllis. Watch your mouth, will you, Jim?
It's okay. We're all passionate about this, but we don't want to scare Clingers off straight away. Nicey, smiles and handshakes.
I should like to give him a compulsory purchase order. Let's see how that goes down. Minister of Health, you think you were there to serve the people?
Let's settle in for a peaceful afternoon's cruise. Should be in Plymouth by 6 at this rate. Still as a mill pond out there.
Pretty cat.
And so this motley crew set off. Wealth stood next to poverty, woman beside man, and determination bore courage.
Excuse me, gents, I don't want to miss the light.
Look at her in her light. Miss Marquess de Verdi, what you call it.
Birdie air.
Whatever. I don't give two damns what she is. She ain't one of us and never will be.
For God's sake, James.
She wouldn't shock me if she in the mole.
Have you actually gone stark raving mad? Trouble is, you don't know when we have something good. Phyllis may be posh,
Prat.
but she's fine alongside us. We're all here for the same bloody cause. Do you have any idea how much she's put into this? Of her time and her own money? It's an honour to have her with us.
Got somebody.
They could have picked anyone over you, but there's only one Phyllis Gotch. She links Newlyn to them up country. That's why they're so interested. Without her,
Nobody cares.
Haul away, me Rosie, away, haul away.
Welcome to Plymouth, folks. Open the bottle, James. I'm gasping here. Phyllis?
I'd love a tot of the amber stuff. In fact, I've brought some along myself.
See? I knew it, boys. We'd better watch this one.
how are you feeling there, maid? I'll tell you something, your sea legs ain't that bad.
Thanks, Joe.
Stay steady, you old dog.
Well, I have done a bit of sailing in my time. Though not, I confess, in a beautiful lugger like this.
Slumming it, eh?
No, not at all. This is not just your common or garden adventure, it's a crusade. And I can't say I've ever done that before.
Well, it's our job to look after you on board, and then you can take care of us up London.
That's a deal.
This is nothing. I'd like to see you hold on to your hat and walk in a straight line with a force 10 out there. Then I'd raise my glass to you.
You know, it never fails to amaze me. All weathers, you boys out here working.
Surviving.
We do it because we have to.
It's our way of life.
Unfortunately, we don't have a rich family with houses all over the world. A day off work don't matter to you, but that's food on the table for we.
But we do have Newlyn. That's our little treasure box.
For now.
Do you know, every time I'm at sea, all I can think of is coming home. Seeing those little lights dotted around, beckoning us back in. best feeling in the world. Mind you, a couple of days at home and all I want to do is go back sea again. But what I love about home is that you know the name of every person who passes you by.
And who their mother and father are and what they do.
I can walk those streets and picture my whole life there. From the moment I ran away from school to the time I kissed Betty Cook after chapel.
Lucky devil.
Finding out father was killed in the Great War. I know I sound an old fool, but I think part of me would die if they ripped all those cottages down and started afresh.
The art would be gone and so would mine.
New roads and car parks.
Travesty.
So what does Newlyn mean to you, Cecil?
What does it mean? It means bloody hard work for all of us. Generations working the land, the mines and the sea.
But you love it.
Of course. Living so close to the forces means our lives are ruled by nature. We eat, we kip and we work according to the tides. And there ain't no other boss of me. They want to build an ugly estate up top of Paul Hill and banish us all there. That's the end of my business.
It's madness.
How we're expected to lug our gear back and forth so far away from the harbour? I dunno.
It'll be the end of our village.
Janet. I'm so bloody ashamed of her.
What?
My sister. Well, I say sister, but I can't see how. We ain't one bit alike. She reckons getting rid of the old and starting again's best thing to ever happen.
Plenty more people to think the same.
But she's my sister. I tried telling her, but she's taken with all the speak of running water and whatnot.
What good's a bit of heat and running water when all that charm and history's got lost?
Old Bedilly's cottage, where mother lived, was where I was born. She had 3 sons and 2 daughters there. Hard life, hard woman. That house was immaculate. Proud she was, and so were we. We didn't set foot in there till our boots was off, and we didn't step foot out of there till our hair was combed and our faces scrubbed clean.
And they call that living in the slums. My missus could teach that Sir Francis bloody Kingsley a thing or two, I bet.
Yeah, and that place is going to go along with the rest of Church Street, of course.
So, Phyllis, go on. Now we're relating to you our deepest and darkest feelings. Let's hear yours, my Robin.
Well, okay, my sparrow. I lived in many places, many countries in the world, but nowhere have I felt more at home than in Newlyn. It's so full of life and beauty. As you know, my father loved to paint there, and I think I have that in my blood. I feel alive when I'm walking in the hills, looking down at the jumbled cottages, dying to paint and capture it. To think what could happen.
It could all be gone.
And that would be the most terrible crime. Unbearable.
They talked deep into the night, sharing tall tales, old fears and new dreams. Upon this seasoned vessel her hardened crew mourned the loss of what once was. Change was on the horizon, and they raced towards their last hope,